When the two sides couldn't agree, the network announced that the second half of Season 5 would mark the show's conclusion. Speculation about Costner's exit really picked up in May 2023, with rumors suggesting he wouldn't return after Season 5 and that Matthew McConaughey might step in as the new lead. Reports from Puck News indicated that Costner's demands included a higher salary, a shorter shooting schedule, and the ability to provide input on scripts. Both Costner and Sheridan kept quiet during this turbulent time, which led to filming being halted until the network confirmed the show's end. Then, of course, there were several speculations that it was Costner's wife who forced him out of the show, only to divorce him later. In May 2023, it was reported that Kevin Costner's wife of 18 years, Christine Baumgartner, had filed for divorce. Although this news came just after the announcement of Costner's departure from Yellowstone, Baumgartner stated in court documents that she never pressured him to leave the show. The couple tied the knot in September 2004 and welcomed 3 children together: Caden, Hayes, and Grace. Additionally, Costner is a father to Annie, Lily, Joe, and Liam from previous relationships. After several months of legal proceedings, the couple finalized their divorce in September 2023. Costner first addressed his departure during a child support hearing later that year, revealing he wanted to come back for a 6th season, but turned it down because the offer was less than what he had received in previous seasons. He also pointed out to creative differences as part of his decision. While Sheridan didn't directly comment on any rumors of behind-the-scenes conflict, he did express gratitude for Costner's symbolic and powerful portrayal of John Dutton. In June 2023, Sheridan shared his disappointment with The Hollywood Reporter, stating, "It truncates the closure of his character. It doesn't alter it, but it truncates it." Fast forward to May 2024, and Costner set the record straight in an interview with Deadline. He voiced frustration over how he'd been portrayed, saying, "I have taken a beating from those fucking guys. I made Yellowstone the first priority, and to insinuate anything else would be wrong." He expressed his openness to returning for the series if the writing was right, declaring, "If the writing is there, I will be there too." Just a month later, he defended himself again in a conversation with People, stating, "The scripts weren't there. There was a moment where that show for me stopped for 14 months. That's the fact. I could have done a lot of things in that time, but I wasn't aware that that holdup was going to happen." Costner also shared his disappointment that his cast and crew didn't rally to defend him against the numerous false rumors about his exit. And this is where things started to go downhill for the fans as well. There was no doubt that Sheridan had created a masterful world for his audiences, but fans felt that the creator was underscoring how important Costner had been for the show's success. Reddit, for instance, was filled with a sentiment that Costner might have gambled away his marriage to spend long hours at the set of Yellowstone, and the price of it was just a bit too hefty. Some aspects of this frenzy were true. Christine, the former wife of Costner, had cited that her husband didn't give enough time to her or their children, which became a driving wedge between them. So things between Sheridan and Costner were already tense, and then came the coffee drama. The legal feud between Sheridan and Hauser. Insiders revealed that it wasn't easy for Sheridan and Cole Hauser to share the set after their weird and odd feud over their respective coffee brands. We're not picking sides, but like the entire fandom of Yellowstone, we were all weirded out by Sheridan over this awful move. After all, suing your own cast member for every ounce of money their business makes is just unheard of, right? Especially when the entire feud boiled down to coffee. You heard that right. This particular legal battle just added to the rumors that Taylor Sheridan might be a creative genius, but he isn't easy to work with. Not to mention the lawsuit came around the same time when the creator of Yellowstone had taken up a very public fight with Costner, who is also signed with a coffee brand. The entire ordeal turned Sheridan into a punchline, but when he can't control the genuine creative input from his cast, he comes for their coffee brands. But oh well, Sheridan wasn't taking any notes. and for some reason, he believed that coming for Hauser's Coffee Company was more important than maintaining a positive environment on the show, which, to be honest, hasn't been Yellowstone's biggest forte. So let's take a look inside this bizarre coffee feud that almost ended the working relationship between Sheridan and Hauser. Sheridan's Bosque Ranch, a filming location for Yellowstone and 1883, filed suit in a Texas federal court against Hauser's Coffee Company, Free Reign, on November 21, 2023. The issue stemmed from Free Reign's coffee company's brand logo, which looked similar to Sheridan's company's brand logo. To complicate matters, the logos resembled literal cattle brands. Bosque's logo featured an intertwined BR, while Free Reign displayed an intertwined FR. The suit alleged trademark infringement, unfair competition, and false advertising, and criticized Free Reign for a logo that was confusingly similar to the BR brand for virtually identical goods. It further claimed Free Reign attempted to mistake or deceive as to the affiliation, connection, or association with the ranch. In other words, Sheridan's company argued that Free Reign did not have the freedom to use a similar logo that was allegedly irreparably damaging to Bosque Ranch. Bosque Ranch announced its coffee brand in July, highlighting its reflection of the cowboy way of life. Its promotional material stated, "One thing as essential to the cowboy as his boots and saddle is coffee. It is our fuel. Bosque Ranch craft coffee is bold yet smooth and meant to be sipped all day. And sometimes all night." Free Reign Coffee launched 3 months later, claiming its coffee was born from the cowboy tradition and featured product names like American Dirt and Heavy Spur. The websites for both coffee brands displayed Sheridan and Hauser, respectively, standing outdoors in cowboy hats while holding cups of coffee and gazing wistfully into the distance. Neither side commented on the matter, leaving it unclear if the lawsuit would halt Free Reign's use of the logo. As you might have suspected, nothing came out of this lawsuit, and Hauser walked out of the court with no money lost. But Sheridan learned a very important lesson. If he mixes his personal business with his creative venture, there might be some consequences. Not to mention, as John Dutton dies on screen, Hauser's character would have to take a much more important role in the show. And if anything, Sheridan doesn't want to lose another critical cast member. He'd have to keep lawsuits to himself. All in all, Yellowstone released a quick 2-minute behind-the-scenes video for Season 5, and well, Hauser claimed that he had a blast shooting for the show. In another interview, he also talked about how he's happy to take a bigger, more important role for the Dutton clan in the future. And well, that might be our most definitive hint that Season 6 of the show, revolving around Rip and Beth, is in the works. Why Cole Hauser is important for Sheridan. In a chat with TV Insider, Cole Hauser revealed that Rip Wheeler will be taking over the reins at the ranch following John's departure. He shared that Rip will be there to support both Beth, played by Kelly Riley, and Casey, portrayed by Luke Grimes, and that his relationship with Beth is about to evolve quite a bit in this new setup. Hauser pointed out that Beth plays a huge role in convincing Rip to come back from Texas to help manage things while John is away. He explained, "You're going to see a side of Rip you haven't seen. He's running the ranch, being supportive of Beth, helping Casey, and doing all the things that John would want. He takes the responsibility very seriously, and I love that about this year for him. It's clear that Rip and Beth have a strong bond and find it tough to be apart. Beth isn't too happy about Rip being in Texas, so she goes to great lengths to bring him back, even using some clever tricks to track him down when he's off hiding in the middle of nowhere. Sure, the show will feel different without Kevin Costner, but Rip's loyalty to the Duttons has made him a key player at the ranch for a long time. Even with the tension between him and Beth at times, their relationship has grown stronger as they've learned to rely on each other during critical moments. Now, with Jamie, played by Wes Bentley, aiming to impeach John from his role as governor of Montana, Beth will definitely need Rip's support more than ever. As Rip steps into this leadership role, some questions arise about how the story will play out. Everyone seems to be coming together against Jamie, even though he thinks he can win through legal means. Plus, Rip's new responsibilities could hint at the possibility of a sixth season, rumored since August 2024 and even teased by Riley. If Rip and Beth manage to secure a win, it could kick off a new chapter for them as they take charge of the ranch and work to restore order in the wake of John's absence and the family's ongoing struggles. Sure, everyone is hoping for a bit more excitement in the fight for the ranch, especially with sibling rivalries heating up. But right now, it looks like Rip is a solid choice to lead, at least until the Duttons figure out who's going to hold onto their piece of the ranch for good. There's also a possibility that Rip's new leadership role could connect to the upcoming Yellowstone spin-off titled The Madison, which follows a family moving from New York City to Montana after facing a tragic loss. While we don't have any solid information yet on how this spin-off will link up with the main storyline of Yellowstone, it seems like the challenges Rip encounters in the final season could pave the way for what's to come in the new series. However, this connection might not come into play until after the Dutton family conflict climaxes. Big things are definitely bottling up for Season 5B of the show, and the truth of the matter is that even the Yellowstone cast is unaware of it. Secrecy on the set. In September 2024, Yellowstone released a behind-the-scenes video with the cast sharing what filming has been like and highlighting the production's intense secrecy. Actress Jen Landon described the heavily redacted script, saying, "Basically, everything is blacked out except for your lines," while Dawn Olivieri added, "I don't know what she did. She doesn't know what I did. We can't tell each other." This cloak and dagger approach to the storyline, according to the creative team, promises tons of surprises for audiences. Believe it or not, the stars are also unaware of how many episodes the upcoming season will feature. Since they have no idea about what and how many scenes their co-stars have shot, they can only take a guess. It was expected that the supposed final season would have 10 episodes, but there's no guarantee about it. Sheridan is known for upscaling the amount of story he wants to tell, and while he would like to limit Season 5B to 10 episodes, he might not have a choice. After all, there's a lot of loose ends that need to be tied, and there's a hefty farewell to do as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.